Good morning and welcome back to Almost Functional 40K. We're here today with Grotmas, day 18. Today we have a detachment for the Genestealer cult called Final Day. With that being said, let's go ahead and just jump right into it. So the detachment rule is psionic parasitism. At the end of your movement phase, for each Tyrannid Synapse unit from your army, you can select one friendly Genestealer cult unit, excluding Pure Strain Genestealers and Patriarch units, and one friendly Tyrannids unit, each within 9 inches of and visible to the Synapse unit. If you do, that Genestealer cult unit from your army suffers D3 plus 1 mortal wounds, and one model in the selected Tyrannids unit regains up to that many lost wounds, and until the start of your next movement phase, each time a model in the selected Tyrannid unit makes an attack, add 1 to the hit roll. Tyrannid units from your army have the following ability. Catalyst, Aura. While an enemy unit is within 6 inches of this unit, each time a friendly Genestealer cult unit makes an attack that targets that enemy unit, add 1 to the hit roll. Then the Star Children's Blessing. You can include Tyrannid's Vanguard Invader units, excluding aircraft, Broodlord, and Genestealer units in your army. The combined cost of such units depends on your battle size. Strike force up to 1,000s. No Tyrannids model from your army can be your warlord. All right, so this is a mix of Genestealer cult and Tyrannids. All right, so then the enhancements are Synaptic Augur at 15 points, Tyrannids model only. Each time the bearer would regain 1 or more lost wounds from the psionic parasitism detachment rule, it regains up to twice that number of lost wounds instead. Oh, that could be solid on some of your bigger models. Enraptured Damnation, Genestealer cult model only. Enemy units cannot use the fire overwatch stratagem to shoot at the bearer's unit. All right, we've seen a couple rules, strats, stuff, so they're introducing some deny overwatch into the game through these detachments. Vanguard Tyrant, 25 points. Winged Hive Tyrant model only. Improve the strength and armor penetration characteristic of melee weapons equipped by the bearer by 1. All right, so you give Winged Hive Tyrant plus 1 strength and AP in combat. Inhuman Integration, 20 points. Genestealer cults model only. Weapons equipped by models in the bearer's units have sustained hits 1 ability, while targeting enemy unit within 6 inches of 1 or more friendly Tyrannids units. Alright, so if you shoot a unit near one of the Tyrannid units, your Genestealer cult unit can get sustained hit 1. That's not bad. That's actually pretty good. And I like that it's not closest or some of the other weird stuff like that. You can actually just choose something near any of the Tyrannid units, so that gives you some real flexibility. Then the stratagems are Hyper Ferocity, Fight Phase, 1 Genestealer cult unit from your army that has not been selected to fight this phase that targets an enemy unit. Reroll a wound roll of 1. If 1 or more friendly Tyrannid units are within 6 inches of that enemy unit, you can reroll a wound roll instead. Alright, so you can give one of your units reroll 1s to wound in combat, and if there's a Tyrannid unit near it, it's reroll all Genestealer cult units. Alright, so then we have Divine Imperative. Your charge phase, 1 Genestealer cult unit from your army that was not declared a charge this phase, that has not declared a charge this phase. Select 1 enemy unit with an engagement range of 1 or more Tyrannid units from your army. Till the end of the phase, each time your Genestealer cult unit declares a charge, if that enemy unit is one of the targets of that charge, add 1 to the charge roll made for your unit, and you can reroll the charge roll. Alright, so if you have a Tyrannid unit engaged with something, you can give one of your Genestealer cult units plus 1 to charge and reroll charge. Okay, that's solid. We have Psi Surge, start of any phase. 1 Tyrannid unit from your army. Until the start of your next command phase, increase the range of your unit's Catalyst ability by 3 inches. Each time you use this stratagem until the end of your next command phase, you cannot use this stratagem again. Alright, so this is a once per battle round strat, and you just increase the range of your Psi Surge. Alright, then we have Darting Attack. attacks your shooting phase or your charge phase, one Tyranids your army. Until the end of the phase, your unit is eligible to shoot and declare a charge. Your opponent's shooting phase or fight phase just after enemy unit has shot or fought. 1. Tyranids character unit from your army that was destroyed by that enemy unit this phase. You can use this stratagem on that unit even though it was just destroyed. Until the end of the battle, each time a Genestealer cult model from your army makes an attack that targets that enemy unit, add 1 to the hit roll and add 1 to the wound roll. Alright, so when your Tyranid characters dies, you can give all your Genestealer cult +1 to hit and wound against that unit that killed them for the rest of the game. Situational, but could be really good in certain situations. Resistance tunnels. End of your opponent's fight phase, one Genestealer cult or Tyranid unit from your army that is not within engagement range of 1 or more enemy units. Remove your unit from the battlefield and place it into strategic reserve. Right, this is another one we've seen in a bunch of detachments. All right, so this is, works best with a fairly even mix of Genestealers, Cult, and Tyranids, it looks like. Looks pretty interesting. Don't see anything that jumps out as super, like, crazy strong, but also don't see anything I thought that looked, like, super really bad. So this might be something where the synergies do or don't make it strong. I don't have a 100% verdict just off a first read through of it. This is something I'd like to see a little more on the table and how certain pairings work up and how the CP, how much CP you have to spend to make everything work and stuff like that. But I see some potential in there, so it'll be interesting to see how that works out. If you play it, let us know your results. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all that cool YouTube stuff, and we will catch you next time.